In 1992, a prominent Japanese video game developer faced a 1.5 billion yen debt. With its financial reserves exhausted, the company was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. This was HAL Laboratory. The crisis was the direct result of a single, over-budget project, Metal Slater Glory, a game whose development lasted years and drained the studio's cash flow. Because HAL functioned as a second-party developer, its collapse posed a direct risk to Nintendo. Nintendo relied on the studio to provide a consistent stream of exclusive software that HAL's competitors could not replicate. If HAL Laboratory vanished, Nintendo would lose its most efficient external engineering team, exactly as the 16-bit console wars were intensifying. HAL's value to Nintendo was rooted in its history. Founded in 1980, the company began in a small apartment in Tokyo's Akihabara Electronics District. The early team focused on the technical side of the industry, manufacturing PC peripherals, crafting universal remotes, and soundboards. They eventually moved into software, creating home computer versions of Namco's arcade games, including Pac-Man and Rally-X. This background in hardware manufacturing gave HAL a specific advantage. The developers possessed a deep familiarity with computer CPUs that allowed them to write code and optimize software faster than traditional game studios. This efficiency caught Nintendo's attention. HAL was soon hired to program early Famicom hits like Golf and Pinball, providing the engineering muscle required for Nintendo's first-party lineup. HAL was not just a developer of games. Its mastery of raw hardware made it an essential part of Nintendo's production pipeline. By 1992, Nintendo decided to protect its investment. They offered to clear HAL's massive debt, but the bailout came with a single, non-negotiable condition. Satoru Iwata, a 32-year-old programmer at HAL, had to be installed as the company's new president. Iwata's appointment immediately stabilized the studio. He reorganized the engineering teams and focused the company's scattered development efforts on viable projects. The first major release under this new leadership was Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. The game was a commercial hit and proved that the company could be profitable under the right management. This success demonstrated that HAL's technical talent, when paired with a clear executive vision, could reverse a corporate crisis. Following Kirby, HAL became a source of high-profile franchises for Nintendo, developing Earthbound and the first Super Smash Bros. The studio's identity was further shaped by collaborator Shitasato Itoi, the creator of Earthbound, who helped define HAL's creative direction during the late 90s. In 1998, Itoi designed the studio's current logo, the Inu Tamago, which depicts a dog sitting on a nest of eggs. The logo represents an unexpected bond, the idea that a partnership between different entities can lead to the birth of something new. HAL had transitioned from a hidden technical support team into an incubator for Nintendo's most ambitious and experimental ideas. Masahiro Sakurai, who began his career as a HAL employee, eventually became a freelance director. He now helms the Super Smash Bros. Series, a franchise that coordinates the largest crossovers in the history of the medium. In 2000, Satoru Iwata left his position at HAL to join Nintendo's internal corporate structure. 2 years later, Iwata was named the president of Nintendo, succeeding Hiroshi Yamauchi and leading the company through the launch of the Wii and DS. HAL Laboratory served as a proving ground for the specific management and engineering philosophies that would eventually guide Nintendo's global strategy. Today, HAL continues to develop high-profile software like Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the series' first fully 3D entry. Beyond these visible hits, the studio maintains a hidden role, building the back-end infrastructure that runs Nintendo's hardware. This diagram illustrates the extent of their work. HAL developed the 3DS Internet Browser, the Wii U electronic manuals, and the Switch Me tools. This integration means HAL's software is a functional part of the hardware you purchase. By surviving the 1992 crisis, HAL Laboratories secured more than its own games. The studio became the architect of the Nintendo ecosystem, designing the characters on the screen and the system tools required to run them.